This is Megan Curry, and I'm so excited to talk to you today about dissolving a fear that pretty much all of my clients have. I just wanted to make this short video. This is going to be week 1 of dissolving your fears, creating your dreams. This is just such a thought that gets in the way for so many people in their healing journey. So let's just tackle this right now. I'm going to give you a concrete step to kind of take to pretty much deal with this fear and dissolve it and get on your way to your healing journey. So the fear that all of my clients have is the thought, my pain will never go away, or I will pretty much have this pain forever. So notice this is a thought. First of all, notice, is this a thought that you are having? Probably if you have some sort of chronic pain, you've probably thought this at one point or another. Most of my clients have thought this over and over and over. So it actually becomes a belief. So things that we believe are just thoughts that we have thought over and over, thousands and thousands of times. We're so good at thinking them, we don't even realize we're thinking them. They just pop up and we're like, oh yeah, that's true. But so what I want to do is introduce to you a model called The Work. Now it's by Byron Katie. Props go to her. She created this awesome thought work tool to help us dissolve our thoughts that are limiting us. Thoughts that are pretty much adding to our pain. It's creating internal stress, creating more pain in our body, because when we are stressed out, we go into fight or flight, and we end up, our bodies can't function properly. So what we do is we end up getting chronic pain syndromes, and lots of it is due to what we're thinking. So when we start having pain and then we start adding on top of that, we add more negative thoughts about the pain, then it's like, whoa, like spiraling downhill, right? So let's just take a look at this one thought, because it is just, in so many of my clients are struggling with this. So the thought, I will never get rid of this pain, or I will have this pain forever. So let's just take a look at I will never get rid of this pain. Ask yourself this question. Can you absolutely know that that thought's true? Be serious with yourself. If you think, yeah, that's true, I will never get rid of this pain. Fine, there's no right or wrong answer here. But ask yourself this. Can you absolutely 100% know that you will never get rid of your pain? 100%, absolutely. Can you know that to be true? So we can never absolutely 100% know anything. So probably you're thinking, well, no, I can't. But if you're still saying, yeah, absolutely, cool, that's fine. It's just a very, very strong belief that you have. So next question is, when you think this thought, how does this thought make you feel? So if you can just kind of sit with this thought, get quiet, maybe close your eyes, and just kind of check in, like, when I'm thinking this thought, I will never get rid of my pain, how does that thought make me feel? And if you're like most of my clients, the answer will be just like, I feel terrible, I feel heavy and stressed out, and it makes me depressed, and I feel angry. Like, it could be anything. So whatever you're feeling is perfect. There's no right or wrong answer. So just take a look at how this thought's making you feel, and how this thought basically kind of makes you live your life. Like, how does it affect your daily life? For example, if you are with a group of friends and you're chatting, and everyone, there's a couple of you and you're talking about something, and you are thinking the thought, I will never get rid of my pain. So first of all, you're not really fully engaged with your friends and your conversation. But can you think back to moments in which you have thought this thought, like I will never get rid of my pain, and to see how it affects what you're doing in that moment? Do you kind of shut down a bit? Do you all of a sudden just want to go hide? Or like, what exactly does it do? Does it keep you up at night? Are you lying in bed thinking about all this, and then you're not able to sleep, which creates more problems? So just kind of take a look, and take as long as you like. Sometimes it's a little bit harder to answer that one because you really have to go back and see, but just increase your awareness around this. Like, how is this thought affecting your life? So once you've done that, Move on to, and this can be a really hard one, but try to imagine yourself not being able to think that thought. So if this thought was floating in the air and, say it was just kind of floating like a little bubble or a balloon in the air, and sometimes it helps if you close your eyes when you do this, and if you can imagine that thought in that bubble just popping and disintegrating into thin air, because it's basically like you can't think that thought ever again, so it's gone. And then after that, I want you to turn that thought around. So this is basically like trying to just throw words around, and what we like to do is we start off by looking at the exact opposite. So instead of looking at the thought, I will never get rid of my pain, you've probably compiled so much evidence for why that thought's true. So what I want you to do is do the exact opposite. I want you to look at ways in which so we want to turn it around. So instead of thinking, I will never get rid of my pain, let's get rid of the word never. I will get rid of my pain. Put at least 3 pieces of evidence underneath that thought. Think of 3 pieces of evidence of how that thought could be true. You don't have to believe it, but just get curious, like a little detective. How could that thought be true? How could I maybe get rid of my pain? Do you have any evidence of people who have gotten rid of their pain? You can use me as an example in there. So once you've found 3 pieces of evidence, I want you to turn the thought around again. Can you think of another way to reword this sentence but make it have a different meaning? So try to do that 2 more times, and go visit thework.com to get more information. Watch Byron Kater do her thing, because she is a master at it. And I think that'll probably just be easier if you go there and get more information than me trying to just regurgitate what she has on her website. So go there, get more information. You can always email me too if you want a little bit more guidance. On top of doing this amazing work on the negative thought, I will never get rid of my pain, I want you to create an evidence list of so pretty much kind of like how you could possibly get rid of your pain. So create a list of people who you know who have gotten rid of their pain. And I want you to try to add to this list daily. So I want you to try to add 1 piece of evidence a day about how you could get rid of your pain. So you can start by writing on there, Megan had chronic pain and now she doesn't. You can, if you know about Martha Beck, you can Google her if you don't and just kind of see her story. Your next one could be, Martha Beck had intense pain in which she was bedridden for years, and she is pretty much 99.9% pain-free, and her life is like amazing. So I want you to just start gathering evidence of all these people who have gotten rid of their pain, and it's going to create a little bit of wiggle room, and your brain is going to loosen that thought over time. Because what you're doing is you're training your brain to think in a different way. And as long as you're adding evidence of how that thought could be true, you are going to start believing it more. And when you start believing it more, that's when it's going to happen. Your stress is going to be reduced, because you're all of a sudden like, wait, this might not be the end. This could very well be the beginning of something amazing. So, I know it might feel like a lot right now, but you got to start with taking a look at your thought. And I would love for you to comment on this video below, and I want to know about your journey. So send me an email, megan@megancurry.com, and we will see you next week for dissolving fear number 2. Bye.